facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Still want to be a part of the next game day experience this upcoming season? Go on the website to your nearest ticket booth for more information and available tickets. Attention Nets fans. There are limited tickets still available for future home games. To grab yours, just stop by the ticket booth or visit our website. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Nets along with your issue and seat location to 55555.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. And here we can check out the story for him.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Irving on the wing along with Johnson. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. And it's Fresh in at the point. And for the Nets, Johnson is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Russell. Then it's Sharp, and it's Thomas in at the 2 guard. This season has been full of surprises, Greg. What's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
You can see no hesitation on the catch by Cam Johnson. This is why he's on the floor, folks.
Here's Fresh, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Thompson outside. Pass to Fresh, just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Irving can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And here is Thomas. 17 points in his last outing over Irving. Thomas, no good. Fresh with the ball. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Bogdanovich finds Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Doris with Nowitzki and Doncic. The Mavericks have gone from one great European player to another.
And you could tell the 1 year that Luka got to play with Dirk, Kevin, he absolutely loved it. He got to learn from a Hall of Famer and a champion. What better way to start your career?
And here is Thomas after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Back to Thomas. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. There's Russell with the three. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lively with the screen. Pass to Thompson. Left Trey. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Nets. Outside Thomas. From outside the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
We have watched Cam Thomas become more and more aggressive from three-point territory.
Fresh, the pass to Irving. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Down low, here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Pistons.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
And let's take a minute now to give a tip of the cap to the top rookie defenders in the NBA this season. You look at Fresh, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Just great hands, guys. You can never relax when he's guarding you. And that's such a valuable quality. He's got his opponents on notice.
Trendon Watford's checked in for Bogdanovich. Pass to Thompson. The three. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
At his absolute best, Klay Thompson rise and fire on the catch. Good night defense.
And Thomas has it in the corner. Back to Watford. And here is Thomas. He's covered by Irving. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Thompson passes to Fresh. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, when you talk about Derek Lively, first thing that strikes you are his physical tools, length, athleticism, great motor. But I also like the maturity from this young man.
And both free throws good for Lively. And when we talk about players with great upside, Doris, Derek Lively is one of the first to come up.
There's no question about that. This young man has great length and athleticism. He's adding strength every single day. Eventually, he's going to have some go-to moves offensively, but right now, rim runner, rim protector of the highest standard, and plays beyond his years.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Fresh from deep. Dallas, no good that time either.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
The Mavericks leading. Outside Irving. Fires for 3. The rebound by Sharp. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Thomas, no good.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And that one's good. Russell.
Well, an excellent penetrator who is always in attack mode. Go ahead, D'Angelo Russell.
Now Fresh. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Russell kicks to Johnson. Here's Watford. He's covered by Washington. Pass to Johnson. Back to Watford. Lets it go with a 3. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. You look at the Nets. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Bogdanovich comes in for Trendon Watford. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Ben Simmons in for D'Angelo Russell. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Najee Marshall comes in for Washington. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Thompson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Johnson. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Johnson's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, this is one of his great strengths. Ben Simmons has outstanding vision.
Doncic outside. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Fires away from outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. And this matchup with Dallas. It's their first meeting of the season. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, fresh in the last game against the Pistons was all business. Dropped in 36 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. Just another of what has been a string of terrific games from him. He's been really rolling. Guys?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Now Simmons, after the missed three from Fresh. Johnson dishes to Simmons. Johnson kicks to Simmons. In the corner, it's Melton. Over Fresh. No good there off the double clutch. Driving in. Over in the corner, Marshall. Pass to Grimes. Doncic looking it over. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Coaches talk about ending quarters. Well, you cannot do it better than that.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the floor for Dallas. Moving on the wing along with Thompson. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Fresh, and it's Marshall in at the power forward. Doris, what's the key for a team like the Nets, who have to hit the reset button, so to speak?
I think, Kevin, you have to find consistency at the head coaching position, because then you can set clear and achievable goals for your team going forward. You set a style of play, commit to it, and just build year by year, game by game.
And again, it's the Nets missing. Mavericks leading by 6. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Irving. Now here's Marshall. Fresh with the ball. Offensive rebound. There's the screen. Thompson outside. Launches a three. Dallas again missing. And Simmons has got the ball here for Brooklyn. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Oh, you love to see Bogdanovic stroke that deep ball. What an accomplished scorer from distance.
Fresh, the pass to Irving. Pass to Fresh. There's the triple. Rebound, Brooklyn.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket for Melton.
This is what Ben Simmons does, guys. If someone's open, he will find him.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Thompson misses.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Now here's Melton. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Back to Watford. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one. The Mavericks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. And Marshall kicks to Thompson. Pass to Marshall. Shot to stop the run. Good on the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's coming off a 16-point game against Indiana. And he gets the bucket. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now this quarter. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And that one's good. Fresh. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Simmons against Irving. Bogdanovich passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, Claxton could have an apartment up near the rim. These dunk attempts are routine.
And here's Fresh. 5 points in the game. Fires the 3. Irving can't hit. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. They get it back. That one doesn't go. The Mavericks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Thompson outside. Pass to Marshall. Fresh with the ball. They set the screen. Good on the 3-point shot. Fresh has got a pair of triples in the second now for Dallas.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those 2 guys.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Johnson comes in for Trendon Watford. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Milton. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Ben Simmons. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Now Russell. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide open shots.
Fresh, the pass to Doncic. Here's Fresh. A 3-ball. The rebound by Sharp.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Nets passing it around. Outside Bogdanovich. Offensive rebound. Outside for Thomas. Back to Sharp. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Cans it from downtown. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the 3-point line.
Pass to Grimes. To the wing on the left. Lively, no one around him. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Brooklyn's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. Got a piece of it. Fast break, here they come. And that one's good. Fresh. Fresh has got it all tied up now for Dallas.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Russell kicks to Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Over in the corner, Doncic. Pass to Grimes. Here's Fresh, and easy 2 points on the layup. Fresh has got 10 points in the quarter.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Sharp with a screen on Doncic. Thomas passes to Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Nets up by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
For the Western Conference, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You could tell that teams aren't sure how to defend.
And moving on now, the Mavericks are in the thick of it. A very competitive game so far.
They're letting that team fire away from deep.
Thanks for spending halftime.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Fresh, what a contribution.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
His fingerprints were all over this, involving his guys with his passes, finding different ways to take advantage of the defense.
We've got Johnson. Cam Thomas is out there at D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Sharp in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Irving gets a screen from Fresh. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
Well, you know that Kyrie is going to be looking for a shot in that situation. It isn't hard for him to find one ever, it seems.
Bogdanovic against Thompson. Bogdanovic passes to Sharp. Back to Bogdanovic. Johnson outside. Thomas down low, covered by Irving, and he gets it to go. Thomas got the lead up to 3 now for Brooklyn.
Yeah, Thomas always finds his way through contact if need be. This guy has an instinct to put the ball in the basket.
Pass to Washington. That misses, and a chance to tie it there.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Thomas passes to Russell, and yes, it's good. And now a 5-point Nets lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
BB thinking about Cam Thomas. When he gets on a roll, he is tough to stop.
Kevin, he reminds me a little bit of the microwave Vinnie Johnson back in the days of Detroit. When this guy is hot, get out of his way and let him do his thing.
A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Bojan Bogdanovic.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Sharp sets the pick for Thomas. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Fresh. Outside, Bogdanovic. It's Thomas on the wing. With the floater.
Well, on top of the length he provides and athleticism, there are the shot-blocking instincts of Derek Lively. Wow.
Yep, it counts.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Russell passes to Thomas. Here's the floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
Boy, how about the touch right there? Cam Thomas makes that floater look easy.
Outside Irving. Pass to Fresh. Lively with the screen. Fresh can't get it to go. And so Thomas will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A 2-point game. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Off target from outside.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Now here's Fresh. He's got 17. They get it back. Lively.
Oh, my goodness. Not only a vertical threat, but a big-time finisher, Derek Lively.
Brooklyn's gone 7 of 15 from 3-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Back to Russell. Stolen by Fresh. Fast break Dallas for the lead. And the layup is good. Fresh has got 19 points. Nets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Thomas outside. Offensive rebound. Russell finds Bogdanovic. Here's Thomas. Kicks it out to Johnson. Right side Russell. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Bogdanovic.
Well, Bogdanovic looking so comfortable close to the rim.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 46%, making some buckets. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Fresh is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Exum in at the 3, the small forward, to the left side wing. Pass to Lively. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. It's good. This game is all even. Washington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Simmons passes to Watford. Simmons, a screen on Washington. Here's Watford. It's rebounded by Dallas. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Fresh can't get it to go. Simmons looking it over. Pass to Melton. Five to shoot. Back to Simmons. Over Fresh. Then Simmons gets the bucket. And the Nets lead by 2.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Here's Fresh. And here is Washington. Lively's shot is off. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Washington against Melton. Claxton the pass to Wilson. Watford with it. Pass to Claxton. Jacks up a 3. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Fresh. Dallas again missing. The Nets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. 3-pointer. Shot's good by Wilson. Now it's a 5-point Brooklyn lead.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Pass to Lively. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, Simmons. Here's Watford. He's covered by Washington. Wilson up top. Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
And stolen by Simmons. Wilson into the lane. Outside, Simmons. Over to the left wing. Shot's good by Wilson. Wilson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Klay Thompson comes in for Dante Exum, and Irving subbed in for Doncic. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Thompson, trying to end the drought, and again for 3.
He continues to prove he's one of the greatest shooters ever.
And that triple just tied him for 5th place on the career list. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell is his commitment to work. Though he's played for a couple of teams, this guy brings it every day.
Pass to Irving. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Thomas finds Johnson. Over Washington. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
Well, on balance with his shot, Cam Johnson from the mid-range.
Fresh, the pass to Washington. Thompson with it. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Lively a screen on Russell. Here's Fresh. Dallas, no good that time either.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Thomas passes to Sharp. Inside. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. Sharp sets the pick for Russell. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Lively's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
First personal foul. Team second.
Now Fresh. Back to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
He's really taking care of the ball. That's just his first turnover of the night.
Nets leading by 7. Now, here is Russell. A 3 from Bogdanovich. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Fresh. There's a screen by Washington. Dallas, no good that time either.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Here's Thomas. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. And the Nets lead by 9.
I'm not sure how we define a difficult finish for Cam Thomas. This guy finds a way through contact.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Connects from three-point range.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
1:53 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Russell. Sharp with a screen on Thompson. There's Russell with the 3. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
D'Angelo Russell is not afraid to make some big-time momentum-swinging shots. Nice to see him answer back right there.
Irving surveying the floor. Out left to the wing. Got that one, and the Nets lead has been cut back down again to 6 with the basket from Fresh.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Finished off the break. Fresh has got 16 here in the second half.
Now, even with that shoot-first mindset, Klay Thompson willing and able to make a great pass.
Here's Thomas. Good work there as it goes.
If ever there was a player who relishes the spotlight and this moment, it is Cam Thomas, folks.
Fresh, the pass to Irving. Dallas moving the ball around. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good on the 3. And Fresh picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Outside Thomas. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Leases one from 3. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 7. What's your take, guys?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Here's Fresh. Offline with his 3. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. The second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And the Mavericks call time here. They trail by 7. Guys, what do you think?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
There's the 3. And So it's Brooklyn with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans.
Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.